And now not only a pop star but an author. Today marks the release of Peter's new children's book, Super Space Kids Save Planet Drizzlebottom. Peter, good morning.
Good morning, Peter.
Good morning.
What a title this is, Save Planet Drizzlebottom.
And firstly, I want to say sorry you have to keep listening to that song after all these years. I didn't quite think that was going to happen when we did it.
Pete, there's got to be another one, surely.
There's definitely another one somewhere. It is a great title. The reason why we put bottom in it was because originally this book was called Planet Grey, because it's about a grey planet. Mm-hmm. And about why everything on this planet is grey, including the food and the cars and the grass and everything, right? And then trying to solve the problem. But we were saying Planet Grey really wasn't a great title. And I remember one of the people from Scholastic saying, oh, they love words like bottom. And I thought, well, that would be great. So we came up with this Planet Drizzlebottom. But it is about a grey planet. There you go.
Who gave you the idea? Your kids?
So these are the exact stories that I've created for my kids. I tell them these stories all the time about intergalactic adventures, and I'm a big sci-fi fan. And so when I started telling the kids this, and we started it with the grey planet and moved on to all these different planets, they were so fascinated. When we went to Scholastic and I approached them, I didn't think they would say, yeah, let's make it a book. I thought they'd say, well, I'm really happy for you. Keep going. But they were like, this is not just one book. We've got to do a series. So I was, as you can imagine, very, very happy.
I thought maybe you got the idea from the Saturday phone-in when people keep phoning into Gabby and the chunk Jamie Harris. What planet are you two on?
That's exactly, see, but if I admitted that, I'd have to give royalties. So I'm not admitting that.
Oh, this is fabulous. So is it on sale now or about
today?
Today. So what magic bookstore are you going to today?
Today we're not.
Oh, you're not?
This is the magic bookstore right here with you guys. But it's on Amazon. I mean, it's in all the bookstores now. But it's brilliant. I mean, who would have thought at 50 years old I'm publishing books that I've created for the kids? It's amazing.
Well, that's what I was going to say to you, Peter. I'm looking here. 30 years since you started your career in music. I mean, that is absolutely remarkable. I'm guessing the way you're talking, when you started out 30 years ago, you didn't see all this happening for you.
No, definitely not. I remember telling my dad, and he's got a really strong Greek accent, and I remember saying to Dad, when I was 13, I said, Dad, I'm going to make it in Australia, and then I'm going to go to England, make it again, and I'm going to sell out Wembley Arena. And his exact words were, well, I'm very happy for you. Now go do your homework. And I said, yeah, but Dad, I'm going to make it. I'm sure you will, but now you must make it up the stairs. So, I mean, who would have thought? And then to be here all these years.
Where is Dad from?
Dad's from Cyprus. They're Greek. Mum and Dad are Greek.
But Cyprus?
Cyprus, yeah.
Okay.
But they live in Australia.
Melbourne?
Gold Coast, which is right
on
the
Melbourne's got a massive Greek population, hasn't it?
Well, you're absolutely right. But Melbourne, and it's the second highest Greek population, I think, outside Athens.
Yeah.
But here's the weird thing. The Greeks that you get in England, a lot of the Greeks that I know are from Cyprus, but a lot of the Greeks that you meet in Melbourne in Australia are from Greece, and they're two very different places, even though we both speak.
So my daughter's married into a Greek family. They're from Paros. Well, he's Athenian, sorry.
Yeah.
But we go to a tiny little place between, you've been there, Mykonos and Santorini called Paros, which is beautiful, stunning.
Yeah, and the thing is, once you're married to a Greek family, you are going to eat. That's it. I don't know if you've seen My Big Fat Greek Wedding, but when they say they're vegetarian, and they go, okay, good, I give you lamb. That's what we're like. We just feed people.
Big Al's living proof of that, Pete. Don't worry about that.
I like a bit of Cleftico. Don't worry about that.
Peter, you've got live shows coming up. When do they start?
Yeah, I've got some live shows coming up, which is great. I've got one tonight, actually.
Okay.
But these are great. But I've also got something else coming up, which is fun.
Tell us.
So I was a real MJ fan when I was a kid. Michael Jackson and Prince, they were like my two idols. And the London Palladium are doing this National Philharmonic Orchestra of all of Michael Jackson's music. Mm-hmm. And because I did Thriller in the West End for a couple of weeks, they've approached me and said, look, would you come and do some of these songs with the National Philharmonic Orchestra? So that's on the 13th of May. And
whereabouts?
At the Palladium in London. I mean, it's a brilliant thing, because if you like the music and you like the orchestra. There's going to be other people singing, of course, but all the songs. I mean, there's thousands of them. You know,
I watched Prince at the O2.
He's phenomenal.
I think he plays every instrument.
Well,
doesn't he?
I was going to say to you, Peter, you all know, and I'm not sure the boys knew. Do you know what I only found out the other week here? Prince might just be one of the best guitarists there's ever been.
He was incredible. I've got a story about Prince. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah,
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Right. So my manager in Australia, a guy called Molly Meldrum, this was back in the day, he knew Prince really well. He knew Michael Jackson, he knew them. And when Prince came into town, Molly goes, "Hey, how would you like to meet Prince?" I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" So we're going to go watch him now at this big arena. And this is in the early days when he's still doing all the old classics.
Yeah.
It wasn't about new material at that time. We got there. I went backstage and he said, "Let me go and see him first and just make sure he's all right." He went in, he came out, he went, "Listen, Prince he's not in a good mood." I said, "Okay, no worries. Yeah, I'm just lucky I'm here. I'm 16. I'm standing there, I kid you not, and I don't want to spoil anyone's love here, but I'm standing in the hallway and these security guys come out and say, 'Can everyone please turn and face the wall because Prince is going to walk through.'" And I'd heard this before. I'd heard this and I thought,
What?
No. Yep, I thought, no way, this isn't true. And I obviously, obedient 16-year-old, I turned around and faced the wall. Everyone turned to face the wall, and this one guy wouldn't turn. And he'd been working there for years at the arena. He said, "Look, I've had everyone here. I'm not turning for anyone." Anyway, the rumour was that guy lost his job. I don't know how true that was. But what I do remember is feeling the presence of Prince walking past. And I thought, these things actually happen.
Wow.
You hear about them and you think, so I never got to meet him that night. So.
Well, I was going to say he's tiny, but you didn't see him, so you
Well,
wouldn't know.
I wondered if, there was some, I don't know. But anyway, he's apparently a really nice guy. Just, I just never got to see that side of
Turn
him.
around when you see him.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
So back to the book then.
Oh, yeah.
This is the first book. Are we're talking about a few more?
Yeah, so this, thankfully, the deal we've done with Scholastic with this book is going to be a series of them now, because these are the stories, like I said. It's basically about these kids. The two kids end up becoming superheroes because they go on a school expedition just to see this planet, and scientists have never been able to figure out.
Drizzlebottom, without giving too much away, they're saving it from what? From the environment, or is there baddies on there?
So basically, the story is that there's this planet that's completely grey. Everything's grey, from the food to the people, everything. And scientists have tried to figure out why. Never were able to. The scientists of Earth tried. The scientists of that planet did. Anyway, these kids go on an expedition, just a one-off expedition, and these two kids decide that while they're there, they're going to try and figure out why everything's grey. And so throughout the whole book, they eventually figure out it was such a simple problem, and the whole planet comes back to life. So they become superheroes and now have to go to other planets to try and solve the problem. So it's just a great kids book, you know.
Brilliant.
Peter, one more question before you go, mate. What's your favourite sci-fi movie?
Back to the Future. All three of them. The number 2 was one of the best. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. To me, I still wonder if Steven Spielberg knew things that we knew, because there's some
Richard
bits.
Dreyfuss, wasn't it?
He was brilliant in that. Brilliant. Oh, what a film.
Yeah.
Good movie.
What about yours?
Total Recall.
Oh, Total
Schwarzenegger.
Recall's brilliant.
Total Recall, Schwarzenegger,
Got to
man.
get down in the chopper.
Yes. You're coming with me, punk.
I can't do it right. I think it was from Birmingham.
That was actually RoboCop.
Get down.
You're coming with me, punk. Dead or alive.
Oh, for God's sake! From books to that. Shut up, you will you?
Okay. Seeing as you're a fan, where's this line from? Who's your daddy and where does he come from?
Star Wars.
No.
Oh,
No, it is Arnold though. It's the accent's wrong. I'm still so Aussie. Who's your daddy and where does he come from?
Twins.
No, Kindergarten Cop, but close.
Oh, good.
Just thought I don't know. I don't even think that was the right film. But just let's go with it.
Peter, good luck with the book.
Yeah, good
But
luck.
also at the Palladium, it'd be brilliant.
Yeah, lovely to see you guys.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.